Take us home with that motherfucker. I need to know. So my nigga Freeway, what I've been talking about.
Legends on legends. 24/7. And we cooked in 15 seconds. 24/7. Y'all know how we reppin'. 24/7. Legends on legends. 24/7. And we cooked in 15 seconds.
So we live from America New Studios, and we're in the middle of doing a project, The Black Guns and Freeway, and myself. You know, in this moment, I'm Billy Pablo III, and all week, you know, Freeway has been here with us, and we've been working. And Tash flew in, and Ali flew in, and you know, we all have things, like we planned this a while ago, but all our schedules are all over the place. So this was the only period of time that we had to do this. So for me, you know me, I like to get a lot of things done. I don't like to waste a second. And it takes a certain type of artist to understand how important it is to sometimes detach and just focus. You know what I mean? So I got this spot out here because, you know, it just kind of like I became aware of it, and then where it was at, and I needed a spot to be at in the wintertime, so I could just work, and we, you know, everything kind of happened. But I know it's kind of random. It's like all of a sudden Freeway's here, right? So I wanted to, while we do this project, do the podcast, do the music videos, do the rehearsals. You know, we already made about 12 records. We spent a lot of time just focusing, getting rest, eating well, you know, just creating a cool vibe.
Recharge while we're making this great music.
It's like being on vacation at the same time. And I think life should be like that. So that's how, this is how my life is. So during the day I play with my baby, you know, I get to hit the lake, and then in between that I do light business, and then when it's time to do a real project, when he goes to bed or around that time, I could really focus. And you know, Rocky does children's books, so when she works, she comes here and she'll do her children's thing. And when we're on the road, it's the thing where the you know, Dusko comes with us. The book's about him, so I don't have to get away from my family because I don't want to lose any more time. But anyway.
And just being like meeting you out on the road, you know, through OSG, and reconnecting with you and seeing what you was doing, you know, with your son and with Rocky, and you know, just seeing how it came together, and then being able to be out here and see how you actually put everything together and see how you live in, is truly inspiring, bro.
Thank you. Well, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted people to get to understand why this is even going on, and you know, how we got to reconnect.
When I woke up this morning, I was like thinking about you, and I was thinking to my pause, and I was thinking to myself, like, I take my hat off to you, because a lot of people that's living like how you live with that beautiful house and the pool right on the water is not going to get up and go do 40 schools. They're going to chill by the pool, like, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that you get up and you go do that, and you giving back to the kids, and
for free, that one I do for free. That's the the hardest I work for love. And it's not even a question, and I appreciate you recognizing that, because that's what I consider real wealth. You know. But so through the OSG, everyone knows OSG is the crew of principals, all school grounds, led by Dr. Dennis McKeezy, and you know, we've been working together for the last 3 years, and you know, he's really, and OSG has given me a roadmap on how I can help, how I can change things. Taught me a lot about being a better person and how to be a better teacher. The smarter you are, the more you know, the more you can teach.
Exactly.
So, you know, being able to be around all these principals and you know, meet with them and talk to them, and every project that I do, I get to actually put it in front of them and they critique it honestly. Just having smart people around is important. And you know, Dennis like looks for people that are on the same type of time as I am on, and he, you know, got with Freeway. And how did you actually connect with Dennis?
My Sherm Byers, who was my lead manager, one of his peoples was cool with Dennis and was like, on the calls every Thursday. And, I was doing a lot of things with my foundation and my company, Freedom Thinkers Academy. Like, we got some STEM workforce development programs. So we was already going into schools and doing a lot of the same work that Dennis was doing. So they felt as though it'd be good for me to jump on a call.
Right. So
when I got on that call, the first time I got on there, I immediately felt the energy. And
did you know I was down with it at the time?
No, I didn't. I didn't have a clue that you was down with it.
I know you was like, oh shit, this nigga's down.
And then Dennis told me, he told me, yeah, Dame down with us. He might jump in on the call. And I was like, damn, that's dope. That's my, you know what I mean? Then I told him how you inspired me, even when I, was diagnosed with high blood pressure and diabetes. You really inspired me because I didn't have a clue about diabetes, but I would see you and you would be taking your sugar. And I remember asking you one time, like, damn, what you doing? And you was like, I got diabetes. And this is what I got to do. And you was look cool as shit doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, if my man Dame did it and got through it and was cool doing it, I'm not ashamed of it. So that really helped me. Especially when I had kidney failure and, I had to let everybody know what was going on with me. That inspired me to be able to make that decision and share it with the world because, you handled it so gracefully when you was going through your diabetes situation.
Well, after Rocafella, I kind of detached from that whole world completely and just got into this Archie thing with DD 172 and all that. But I would always hear about what you would go through certain times. I'd be like, damn, you're going through it. But then I would always see you still. Like, I remember when I started to, go to the festivals, kind of like that way of living, no security, more money, just an easier life to me, more logical. And, I'm kind of a hippie kind of dude anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stoner and all that. I just like to chill. And you had done this project with Girl Talk, and I was like, how the fuck does he know to do a project with Girl Talk? Because I was trying to get Cam. They wanted to do a project with Cam, and it's hard to get Cam to understand and focus sometimes, He's a creative just like we all are. He does what he wants when he wants. But you did it, and you were I was running into you at festivals, so I was really happy for you.
Thank you, man.
And I knew that. But I was like, despite the shit I was hearing, you was still outside, working. And every time I saw you, you always still look good, pause, always on top of your game and shit.
Thank you.
And then, you went through things that are very traumatic. And I'd always, because I talk to Oskino often. So every time, or people in Philly, if something ever happened, I would know. Yeah. So I could always get a line on you and call you real quick, make sure you knew I cared and shit.
And I appreciate that. It mean a lot to me, bro.
Yeah. Just, we always, for me, I detached just because I needed to go on my own journey. I really wanted to be a parent. I really wanted to build my own brand. Yeah. When I did the Breakfast Club and I was like, everybody got to quit their job and do what they love, people thought that I meant Rocafella was what I love. That was actually, to me, kind of a job I quit so that I could go do what I love. And I'm in it, it was just like, yo. And for me, I don't mind when shit is fucked up. But when people start to get together and conspire, when it starts to be 6 people at one time trying to just fuck with everything you're doing, it's either you got to do something or just do something else. You know what I'm saying? So it's before I have to deal with this bullshit, let me just go do something else. Take the block. You feel what I mean? Let me just go ahead and be happy because I'm not going to want to, and it was a block I didn't want to fight for.
Happiness and peace is important, man.
It means everything. It's priceless.
All the things I've been through in my life, I'm at a point where I just want to be happy. I just want peace. I want to do what I love to do.
Well, that's what I saw. That you had that kind of that you appreciate life. Yeah. And it's crazy what you got to go through to appreciate life.
Yeah, definitely.
So then when I saw you reconnected, because it was funny because Dennis hit me yo, you cool with Freeway? Do you mind if, because everybody thinks I got beef with Rocafella. I don't. You know what I mean? I just chose a different path based on certain circumstances, and that's it. Yeah. And men are allowed to want to do something different. You know what I mean? It's it's everybody's wants to be mad because I left the block. It's just it wasn't the work I wanted to pump no more. You feel me? I wanted to sell some different shit. I already done my dreams and shit. So I'm like, nah, you crazy? Are you kidding? That's my man.
Same thing with me.
You know what I'm saying? When they asked that shit, what are you talking about? I ain't mad. They
look forward to talking to you.
I ain't got no beef with nobody in Rocafella. We all brothers. You know, I might observe things and be like, I wouldn't have chose that path. I know, because everybody in Rocafella was like a family member to me. Yeah. And you know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like a family.
Stood on that.
Yeah, it was like so
structure,
when people go through things, you know, and they go through things unnecessarily because of certain immaturities, you know, it bothers you, you know, and then also fucks money up. And then it takes time to take care of their things, and it takes time from you taking care of your family. You know, once I had daughters, that was really what it was, bro. It was just, I had daughters, and I was like, I saw what Boogie went through, you know, and I tried to raise them myself, but, you know, I would just be a single father, but I still tried to be there, but still do the business, but I wish I could have been around him more, you know, regardless of whether he lived in my house or not. But with daughters and shit, it's a little different. I was like, everything got to change. So I changed everything, you know what I mean? But anyway, seeing you in that environment, watching how you evolved, seeing what you went through and shit, I was crazy happy to see that this is the person that you had evolved to be.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? It was dope. And I was watching, you know, I start to pay attention, and I'm like, oh, Freeway's the one that's bringing the resurgence of state property the right way. Like real shows and, you know what I mean? And all of that shit, you know, and watching the rest of state property gravitate towards you in that way of leadership. You know, I know that must be some that must be kind of ill.
Yeah, no, it's dope, man. You know,
who would have thought that it would have been Freeway?
You know, I got love for everybody, you know, and I always wanted everybody to be able to work together and you know, get money and do what they love to do. You know, when everything happened with the breakup and everything, of course I was fucked up for a couple months. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what I was going to do. Then I just told myself I'm going to go back to what got me there in the first place, and that's hard work. Dropping independent projects. I did this thing called Month of Madness where I dropped a record every day. On the 31st day, I dropped 2 records.
That's what, yo, I promise you, if you ask Nicolette right now, this is what I tell her. I'm like, yo, you got to put out content. You can't, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Even when people was telling me like you doing too much,
can't do too much.
This, I was doing it, and it kept me afloat.
Don't you hate when the people
paid? Like,
you notice the people that tell you you're doing too much are the people that are doing nothing.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You know what I mean? The ones that are in the sidelines saying what you. And again, that's that thing about dreaming, and someone fucking trying to fuck your dream up with that visual of you winning by actually putting that in your brain that you could potentially be doing too much when that wasn't even in your thought process at all.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously it's something that stuck out. You understand what I'm saying? It's something you had to think it through.
A weak-minded individual, those things can fuck with you. Like
well, that's the test.
You can't do it. You're doing too much, and if you weak and you start feeding into that shit, and then you slow down what you're doing, that's gonna fuck everything you got going on up.
And that's the test.
Yeah.
So literally, basically, down to Rocafella. Like I did Block Talk with D from the Rough Riders the other day with Steve Mack from my old crew. Yeah. And it really brought back memories of how everybody was killing Jay. I'm talking about my homeboys was destroying him every day. They was destroying my dreams. They were shooting, and I would argue with them every day, battle. It was like, you was not gonna kill my dream. And that was something innately that I knew that triggers me when people always want to get in my dream and tell me why or what's not perfect about it. Dog, it's my dream perfect.
Exactly.
So you've been strong enough to visualize what you want and go ahead and go out there and do it, and you're on the same type of time. And you know, even when we would talk, it would be like, yo, yeah, let's do it. We always had the intention, because Line 'Em Up came from your record, Line 'Em Up. That was like one of my favorite records you ever made.
Thank you.
I mean, you remember, I was like, I'm the one that made, I used to have to make you put out records too.
Yeah, I remember.
You did not, back in the day, you did not want to put out records. You remember?
Yeah.
Rock the mic. Remember, I was like, what the fuck? I was mad at hip hop. I'm put this shit out, and I'm a director.
Yeah.
The only reason why, I remember I pushed for What We Do. I made that a video. And the reason why, because
I was pushing for what we do too.
But nah, you didn't have to push. I was like, nah, this is the video, this is the record. You know what I mean? Because Jay would do this thing where he jump on B-sides. But I'd be like, yo, why you don't want to jump on nobody's singles, bro? Like, you know, he just be like, nobody jumped on mine. I'd be like, yeah, all right. But that one right there was like an untraditional song, and it was dope. And it was like, nah, I felt like, who directed that video?
It was a chick, I forgot her name. It was a lady.
Cause I think I was trying to do a bunch of videos at the same time or something. I had Jim shooting State Property videos, a whole lot of shit. I know it's all foggy. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all foggy.
That joint, to this day, I perform that joint and everybody go crazy. They love it.
Nah, it was. I told you we pulled up in Harlem the other day with Lou and with Daniel to the bar, and they was outside playing that shit loud or on repeat. I had FaceTime you to show you. Yeah. So we meet up, you know. I went out to Camden, and you pulled up to Camden, and I appreciated that. And you went to the school. We met with the mayor.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that it's funny because to guys like us that care, that's like, it can't get no more big time than that. To be able to go into a town and talk to the mayor about how we can help and come with a plan, and to have them take us serious, that's real proper use of leveraging your celebrity. Especially
coming from where we come from, like. Next Thursday, June 1st, I'm having an event at City Hall where my foundation, Freedom Thinkers Academy, and myself, we're announcing our new workforce development programs that we got going out for the summer, not only in Philadelphia, but in Delaware, and we're about to pump some classes through York, PA, too. So to be able to have my own day in the city that I grew up in is amazing. Like, you know, and coming from where we come from, the environment that we come from, and the former way that we used to live, it's a blessing. Yeah.
And it's a new form of stunting.
Yes, sir.
Like right now, it was like he's stunting on me a little bit, and that's dope. That's the new stunting, right?
I'm trying to catch up. You see, I was at a school last week. Yeah. You know, we was at one of the schools in North Philly, and you know, Steven Jackson was there. It was a young boy that passed away. He got killed, you know, during gun violence in Philadelphia, and his parents was there. The school was there. We went and gave them some words of encouragement. It was Simon Gratz High School.
Dope.
You know, so
I mean, bad but dope. You know, it's bad. It's like bittersweet. Yeah. You know, I seen Steve Jackson when I did the that event in Philly. Yeah, you were at. Yeah, I mean, again, being able to know how and have access and utilize it that way, it makes the most sense. And making that the new cool thing, because you know, I love that you saw me do 15 schools in 5 days. You had to go get that one school up.
Yes, sir.
So, but it's the right. Exactly, yeah. Even when Jada Kiss, you know, had Jada Kiss on there, he's like, I want a ring. He's like, we got to get 100 schools.
Yeah, shout out,
you know.
Jada. But today, Jada's birthday too. Happy birthday
to Jada Kiss, one of my brothers. You know, again, another one that's cut from that cloth. Yes, you know, just not on no bubblegum shit. You know what I mean? Just really just about living a good life, making a good living, being comfortable and enjoying it in the moment. You know, but I do love. All right, so when we talk about doing this project, what were you expecting? I'm like, let's do a project. What were you expecting?
I didn't know what to expect, but I knew to take it serious because I know you ain't wasting your time, you ain't playing no games. I heard some of the stuff you did in the past, so you know I knew it was going to be something different for me. And when I first got in here, and when we started working on the first song, I think we finished that. We got it groove in like 15 seconds, you know. So it was something natural to me, and it felt great. Like the way that we're creating, we just going off the top and just doing what comes to us and doing what we feel. Then we go back and adjust it and fix it up, and then you got a perfect song, you know. So.
Well, what I thought was dope was that when we decided to do the project, you were like, I'm going. You took care of your own shit. Yeah, you pulled up, you know, didn't no hassle for me at all. We were even, because I had to go, we were going to, I had to do a screening of my movie, The Prince of Detroit, in Detroit. And, you know, so we coordinated. I remember just telling you at the other show, like, let's try to coordinate so we could just meet at the airport. So we had to do 2 trips, it's an hour away. And we coordinated so we got to the airport at the same time, but your luggage disappeared. Yeah. And
the whole plane luggage disappeared.
Yeah. And we actually got into a classic example of things could go left. In in profiling.
And you called it before it even happened.
Called it. So it was this white. Everyone was mad because they couldn't find their luggage. I guess they got confused of where to put the luggage. And sometimes I think we were in Tampa. They'd be short-staffed, and so everyone was just yelling at a little Spanish girl that was behind the desk in one of the little offices. And the whole crowd, and this white girl was flipping. She had a baby, she had tattoos.
Yeah, she was going crazy.
She was going crazy, but it was like the girl it wasn't her fault, you know what I mean? But everybody took turns at trying to get at this girl. And what it let me know is that when people are mad, they just need someone to yell at. But sometimes it's the wrong person. But the girl was like, I'm calling the police. So finally, and after a while, I said, start taping this shit. This is a taping moment. And we were just trying to figure out what was going on. And we were in there and shit. So when the police came through, I was already like, let's get out of here because they're going to blame this on us, right? I said it.
Yeah, for sure.
I already knew it. And sure enough, El Boogie, they come and pull El Boogie. And I tried to like talk to the guy, but I pulled her, and then he like kind of yelled at me and shit. And he was all big and shit. I was like, I'm not getting this.
He turned his voice, oh yeah, hey you,
like I'm talking to her, and I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I already was like, all right. And the thing is, El Boogie was taping the whole time, so I was like, all right, well, I guess we're going viral today. But we had work to do. You know what I'm saying?
I commend you for the way that you handled that, too, because the old dame would not have been going for that. Like, you would have been going crazy.
Oh, yeah. The old dame would have been ready to go to jail for that shit. But honestly, I was like, I already know how much fun we're going to have tonight. I'm not letting this fuck it up. And these are the kind of things that's kind of like a test.
Yeah, for sure.
So when something stupid like that happens now, I know it's a test, so I know to walk away. I'm not going to get involved in your fucked up life.
Exactly.
And what was great was there was a black cop, and after I was able to go talk to him and be like, you was wrong, and your man was wrong, and it looked like profiling. And then we asked the girl, was this the one at first, because she didn't speak English, like, yeah, that was the one. And I was like, what is this? She was like, no, what are you asking me? And she's like, no, that wasn't the one. And I said, see now, it wasn't the one. It's a big white dude, but I was able to explain it to him. And I was like, yo, your man's a fucking racist. You feel me?
And we actually we was in there like, damn, we feel bad for her because they hollering at her, like, they screaming at her. She don't got no control over what's going on in the back, and she probably got her own shit. Who knows what happened in her life? What she going through? You know what I'm saying?
So because we looked a certain way, and we got profiled, and got yelled at, and that's a pattern and a cycle, and I can see how things can go left.
Exactly.
But now that I know the game, I'm not getting caught in the game. The triggering is for us to react so we can become accustomed to a jail system.
That potentially could have led to us going to jail, us having to get bailed out, us having to pay for lawyers.
Instead of having fun.
Instead Sure. And
then we got to reinterpret certain records.
Yeah.
And what was that experience like for you?
It's dope, man. Just to be able to recreate some of that music with the live band and hear different elements in it and bring a whole different energy to it. I can't wait to perform them. Then not only that, but the game that you gave me behind the records, like how we could put them out and own these masters, like that's dope. So you schooling me at the same time, so it's a blessing.
Well, what I like is you have an infrastructure, and what I think that you can teach is how to be an independent artist, how to empower certain people to do the things that you don't have time to do, so you can be creative.
Exactly.
And how productive, and how to make money off the different verticals. Like, you have that game because you're doing it. And regardless of whether it was your choice or not, you chose an independent route.
Exactly.
But at the same time, everyone loves Freeway. Nobody hates Freeway, Paul. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're a cool dude. So you can do this without being an asshole. Yeah. And from the person that enjoys being an asshole the most, sometimes being an asshole is just not productive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, it fucks up the pool time. You know what I mean? I don't want to fuck up lake and pool time and family time and shit like that. And so what do you think about the facility?
Oh man, the facility is amazing. Like, you know, it's beautiful. Like, it's a production studio, it's a film studio sitting on 9 acres. It's beautiful. And it's in a cut, like you wouldn't even know the magic that's back here.
Right. You know? And we're using every second of it. Like, we get our rest, and then we come in and we work. And just going through the steps of instrumentation and shit like that, and just catching the vibe and rehearsing, you know, doing all those things. Mm-hmm. That's what I always wanted to do. Yeah. You know, that's what I saw for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm enjoying it 100%, man.
But you're a funny guy, cuz every day that you're around, I get to talk to someone else from Rocafella. So I know he's got this little plan. And I like it. You know, it's good.
Yeah, no, because I know it's not really no real hard feelings between people. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I never.
At the end of the day.
But did we ever have a beef between each other? Pause.
No, never.
Ever. I mean, any of the artists at all. It was never, just like
that I know of.
The problem was if you had
understandings and like.
I mean, that's normal shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just everyone goes through you know, it's a family. Yeah. But sometimes people have to go and evolve and to meet up when they're in the same frame of mind.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what I like is that you've become a leader to everyone that's not a billionaire at Rocafella. Mm-hmm. And for me, what would make me the happiest is if everyone could be a billionaire, but I honestly see that you're next up.
Man, that's hearing that from you, man. Is a blessing.
But next up the right way.
Yeah, we grinding.
Well, the thing is, you've been through some shit. Yeah. You've been through some shit. You know what to appreciate in life. You know what real pain is, and you know how to work wounded. Yeah. And that's what you're not a general till you go through war. So I respect you because you've been through the illest wars and you still out here a general. No one feels sorry for Freeway. Mm-hmm. And that's what it is. Like, sometimes people go through things and you just feel sorry for them for the rest of their life.
Yeah, I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me.
And no one even, you know what I mean? Like, they know what you've been through, but they don't look at you as a wounded guy.
Exactly. And you're sure don't, because they be calling my phone all the time.
You're the one. You're the hurt one, helping everyone that's healthy.
Yeah.
You're the one that had to go through all this shit, but at the end of the day, you might not be this person without all that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's crazy how much strength pain brings.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's almost like I was lucky enough to go through my pain, a lot of it early. Yeah. Like losing my mom, losing my girl, you know, having to deal with things. So unless it's a real problem, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a lot. You know that. Now we was with you. I remember we all was at Circle House Studios.
Well, let's talk about it, right?
Aaliyah was actually coming.
Let's say this: Aaliyah, you were Aaliyah's favorite artist on Rocafella. You remember that?
Wow. Yeah.
So the only reason why I was out there in Miami was because remember I had y'all in the house in Miami doing exactly what I'm doing now.
Exactly.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
That's a Fendi fact.
Right? Had everybody in the house. We had boot camp, the whole shit. Just making music, boo, boo, boo. Mm-hmm. And she had a video, so I was going out there so that she could do the record with you.
Yeah.
That's the only, remember she came to the studio?
A remix, yeah.
That was all it was, because she really fucked with us. Free of charge, the whole 9. Mm-hmm. So, again, the fact that we working together, I almost feel like, I just know she's happy up there about it. Mm-hmm. Like I feel almost her presence here. You know, because
I know I was her favorite artist. That's dope.
I told you that.
You know, I probably
bro. What do you? I had Aaliyah get ready to get on your record. That's remember. That's what we were out. I feel like we even went to the studio.
Yeah, we was at the studio.
Aaliyah, me and Aaliyah went to the house, where y'all was at. In I think I remember it vaguely. I gotta look.
I don't know when we was like in the stew waiting that day because she was flying back and we were supposed to get in the studio later on that night, and then that situation happened.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah. So that was what was supposed to happen.
That's trauma. That's a lot of trauma too that you had to deal with. That's trauma.
Nah, that shit was fucked up. That shit hurt hard. And y'all saw me cry, but y'all saw me come back outside and do what I had to do.
Yep.
And you know, people felt sorry, but not for long. You know, not for long. But you know, again, you just learn to live with shit, and that's what a warrior, a general has to win and go through some shit. A war, people have to know that you can stand up, which, you know, I feel like we all have, both of us, and that's why I be like generals only.
Yeah.
And so under this circumstance, it's like everyone like that thing that happened with the vice president shit to me when it was like you remember I made Beans the vice president as well. So my thing was anyone that had a label, because Beans had State Property and Cam had Dipset, so I was giving you the title of vice president because you had your own label. It didn't mean you were running Rocafella. But the thing was, Beans didn't really know how to run a label. And at the time, Cam had all his artists with deals and all that type of shit.
Through it. Like, you know, that was Mac's first time in that position. Like Cam.
But the plan was for Cam to help Beans. Yeah. That was the plan. But then for some reason it just turned into something else, and I just was like, forget it, man. You know. Yeah. But it was always meant to find the generals and empower people to run their own armies. Yeah. And then for us to click up. So even in talking to your crew right now, I like the fact that I even have a crew to talk to with you, because I don't have to do all the work.
Exactly. Yep.
So I'd prefer to be like, look, I already know, I see y'all know how to set up shows, y'all doing it. So here's some work for y'all to set up.
Yeah, and they on it. trust me.
I already know, because they're going. Because people know that they can make money with you. If they provide an opportunity that they can make money, you can make money, and you can't do everything. So what people have to understand as independent artists are, you do need a crew, but you need a crew also of independent thinkers.
Exactly.
So it's better for me when someone gets paid. You know, when they eat the food they kill, you get money off of what you earn. Other than that, we hanging out. Yep, but I'm not gonna just pay you for time.
That's what we on.
And real generals would prefer that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, nobody wants to be like paid and just be working for the check and look forward to we want to get the big lick.
Exactly.
So we just brainstormed right now, real quick. One conversation, you had your crew. I'm you know what I mean? Right on, and we taped it.
Yep.
Put me on the phone with Beanie. You knocked out 3 things at one time.
Exactly, yeah. And just for you.
And I know you was like, I got it all off real fast. You know what I'm saying?
That was dope, man.
Nigga put me on Petey Crack, Memphis Bleak, Beanie. You know what I'm saying?
Young Chris. So also what I know is that you also aren't like, I'ma just hide the plug. I'm the only one that could get the Dame. Yeah, no, I never do. I know.
I see. I think that's fly. I'm telling you, these are general qualities.
Thank you, bro.
So, you know, I wanted to publicly give you my blessing as a general.
Thank you, man.
I wanted everyone to know that if I were to say, damn, who at Rocafella has actually impressed you the most, it would be you.
Thank you, man.
Because
a lot to me.
Just because you've been through the most. And you've done everything on your own. You have not sold your soul. You stayed cool. You did records with them. You doing records with me. It's not a problem. No issues. When you get in a position of power, I see you sharing it. Like you really want to see your boys do good.
Most definitely.
You know, and you're a man of your word.
Most definitely.
And that's the most important thing.
That got me far, just being a man of my word.
If you say that there's a date and that you're going to show up at a certain time, you've done that.
Yep, yes, sir.
And I respect that. So again, like sometimes we don't do those kind of cosigns. Yeah. We don't let people know that other people respect you. Like I say, look at Free, look at what he been through, and be a general, and try to be a general without having to go through what he went through. Learn from us without having to go through the pain.
Exactly.
Because that's the only reason why we go through the pain, is so other people don't have to. Yeah. And like you said, you like, yo, you got a good life. You don't got to go outside. You could just chill.
Exactly, for sure.
And you know, it's a manageable life right here.
Yeah, and it's very inspiring life, like just being around it, bro. For sure, definitely.
And I'm glad 20 years later, I could still show you a different perspective. Yeah. You know,
that's a true leader right there. You know.
But again, we met up on the basis of education.
Yep.
And that's ill too. You know, so all this shit is fly, and I look forward to what we're gonna be doing. I think what people would, you know, clickbait would be some Rocafella story we could tell. I could say, I know I like I said, I was like, I remember going into the studio and being like, yo, what's up? When y'all putting your album out, bro? And you would be like, I got it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, when you putting your album out? Let me hear something. And I heard Rock the Mic and I was video.
Yeah.
I'll shoot the video. Yeah. Remember I shot the video?
Yeah, I remember that. It was dope too. And you know, that was really my first major video, man. People love it to this day. Like, you know, the creative aspect of the video, the song, everything, you know.
So what's the story that we could tell that nobody knows? That I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I forget so many. I forget.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Refresh.
You know, but I know,
something for the viral.
As far as you, like you always stood on what you stand on. Like, you the one that gave everybody their Rocafella chains. I remember you telling us, yo, make sure you pay your taxes. Like, the important things that we needed, you fed it to us.
Let's talk about that. When you see, because for me, with the Rocafella check, unless I give, because I'm the only one that gave the chains. So unless I give you a chain, to me, it's not a real Rocafella chain. You know, so when I be seeing people, I don't be mad at them for having it. But I just be like, I know whoever I gave a chain to knows that that's the real Rocafella chain. You know what I mean? And you know,
definitely original from the originals.
So I don't know. Is this like a Rocafella project, kind of old school, new school Rocafella project?
For sure. It can't be we two of the
original Rocafella,
two of the originals. So you know
that is some gangster shit. It's kind of rock and roll. It's kind of rock and roll.
Yeah, it's Rocafella, like
Rocafella. Yeah. I would love to see all of us. Because that was always the plan, bro. And you know that. It was for everybody to have their own. Like, my thing is, I would love all of us to have our own football teams, basketball teams, and just us being able to control our environment, have fun, and just kick it, go off, do our own shit, and then meet up and do shit when it's time to get the bread, but still do it under a term of having fun.
Yeah. That's important.
You know?
Like, when it starts feeling like a job to you, that's when it's over. That's when it's over. So I still loved, like, I was excited to come out here and work. Like, you know, you could tell by the energy and the way that we've been creating out here.
Yeah, it's been all fun.
Yeah, for sure.
All fun. So that's what I suggest. And we taped every second.
Yeah.
So there's no cap or no bullshit. You can see it. And the purpose of taping it is so people can understand a different way of doing things.
Listen, that's what you've been on. Like, I know, like, from the day one I've been around, you had them cameras in our face. Even when people didn't want them around, like, yo, why you got cameras around every day?
They thought it was extra back then. Yeah, like, but I was like, nah, B, we making history.
That's what's going on. Like, you ain't doing nothing, you know what I mean, that you ain't been doing.
I fuck with you.
So, you know, it's a blessing.
It is a blessing. So, anything else you think we want to talk about?
Man, listen, I think
what's what we about to do? We're about to listen to the records and go through them, get the vocals tight. We got about 12.
Yep.
And then tomorrow we're gonna talk about when we could shoot a video.
Yeah. And
I wanted to walk you through the different sets, but I just think it's about just you performance. You know, we're gonna talk about the video. At least get one off, and we have a whole crew here ready.
Yep.
GPs, we got the cameras. Actually tomorrow I'm gonna take you on a ride around the whole facility because we just been making music and shit. We'll be on the road. What I want to do is Q&A.
Yeah, for sure.
One, teaching about how to be an independent artist, and then, you know, one talking about how to help, an education one with OSG, principles, you know, that kind of thing. I want to show what we're gonna make from the making of this show, or whatever this turns out to be based on the footage, and again teach people how to do everything step by step. I want to challenge people to do it.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know, we're gonna give you the blueprint, the curriculum, and then do the performance. You know what I mean?
That's a whole experience, like, you know.
And I want to, and I want to do it in Ivy League schools, but I want all the high schools to come through. And then in the nighttime, have adults come through. And we're gonna put that on a deck, so that there's a roadmap for solicitation and to showcase it. We're gonna do a visual presentation. You know. And we'll either charge tickets, get sponsorship, you know, we'll try to get whoever, you know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work.
And we'll figure out what markets, and we've already talked about how much money we want to make in a certain amount of time. So now we have a number to get to. We have to talk about the merch, all the merch, the shows, and all the other ancillary things. We're gonna make a curriculum from this, what we just did. How to do a whole project in 5 days.
Whew, that's even the title of it is amazing. Like, and we doing it. We living proof.
And there's no looping sample with live instruments. We're starting from scratch. You know what I'm saying? How to make videos, how to do the podcast, how to do the TV show, the performance, a rehearsal, 5 days. And I couldn't do this unless I had a black belt. You understand? Like, not many people could do this.
Yes, sir. You know
what I'm saying? And be focused for this long. And you know, so it's also showcasing, you know, it also takes a certain level of discipline and love for what you're doing, good taste, the ability to write. I was impressed that you remembered all your lines the next day. That was ill to me.
No, I take this very seriously. You know,
it's art.
That's what I do. So you know.
Nah, so showing, it's like when you have to train for a fight, you go to training camp. You focus.
Exactly.
But like, it doesn't mean you have to be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So once we found the studio, it was like, all right, we need a house on the lake. In the night, you know what I mean? So we could just be chilling, and while I'm working, you could be on there. I could get up, just whoever come through, it could feel like a vacation.
Exactly.
You know, so that's what it's been.
That little swing is everything there.
Remember, I was like, yeah, you got to go down there. Now imagine having a little baby and doing that for naps.
I already know, bro.
And him saying like, Dad, let's go to the bench. And I swing, and he just, that shit is fucking like, I'm in my dream right there.
Yeah, I can imagine, bro. It's beautiful, man, just to witness it.
Yeah, and then like you see, I got a family.
I seen your son swimming yesterday.
Like, swimming. But you see, I got a family. I can come in, I got a girl happy to see me, a baby. You know what I'm saying? That runs up on me or wants to run away, whatever. You get to eat together, you know, breakfast by the pool. With the chef flowing for Hawaii. It's like, that's a rich life.
That's an American dream right there.
You know, but they would say I'm fucked up, you know.
No, they bumped their head.
No, I mean, it's cool. I'd rather, you know, let it be. This is fucked up. Let it be. And this ain't nothing new. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're going to meet up at the ranch.
They need to take the fuck out of it because you up. What they talking about?
It's the good up, though. It's the happy up.
For sure.
Like, you know, you go around and people, it's a bunch of extra shit going on. Everybody's arguing and fighting and shit. Nobody's happy. No family around, you know.
Yeah, it's been like, since I've been out here, it's just been so refreshing. It's been all good vibes, like, you know what I'm saying. You know, just my daily life, because I'm outside the city. I'm in the suburbs. I'm living comfortable. A couple Benzes, nice house. Like, you know what I'm saying.
Maybachs and shit. I heard about them.
Yeah, but I'm still in the mix. Like, I'm still in Philly. I'm still like in the trenches. But you know, I'm still, you know, people still see me. And I still got friends that's still in the mix, and like, you know, it's always something. It's always a headache. It's always this. It's always that. But to be able to just be around all good vibes 24/7. Like you said yesterday, the most drama we had was the fucking turtle.
The turtle that he was fast.
Came on the land.
A fast turtle came on the land. I was like, oh shit, that was very. We was all around the turtle. It was a big deal.
It was a super big deal. I never seen a turtle like that neither. Like
what? That shit was. I didn't know turtles could move like pits.
Yeah, that turtle moved fast. Then they Googled what type of turtle it was, and we're like, oh, the turtle can only be out of water for 2 hours. We gotta help it, but it didn't even need no help. Jordan was
what?
Who was the chef that tried to pour water on it?
Yeah, tried to pour water on this shit.
Turtle knocked the cup out the chef's hand and darted quickly.
Like, oh shit, I did not know turtles. Hey, El Boogie, come here for a second, please. So El Boogie's, she's humble and shit. She, she shoots covers for the Vibe magazine. She nominated for Photographer of the Year, right? It was on television. Was that for Billboard? El Boogie. So what's your experience been like? Cause what you think about? We got the painting going on at the same time.
It's a vibe.
It's definitely been a vibe.
It's a creative, This like a creative hub.
Yeah,
because it's not only music, it's art. It's film.
It's so many different verticals: film, photography.
What was it like seeing 2 old school friends? Like, you know me for a while. He hasn't been really a part of my day-to-day life. What's it like just hanging out with my history?
It's good. I love to see it. I love seeing you guys reminisce on, like, shit that happened back in the day.
What you think about Freeway?
Like, he's cool. Team Leo.
Never
hated Leo.
So you're going to take the photo shoot for the album cover. We got to call Daytona and see if we can come up and what you call it.
Yep.
Yeah. So every night, what's been the funnest thing that's happened for you for the whole time, El Boogie?
Just watching you guys create, like, instantly making great music. So it's just the whole vibe, the energy of the room, the guitars, drum, the flows, the opinions, the facts.
If there's a question you could ask Freeway, ask it.
I know one thing, around 11:45, 12 o'clock, El Boogie gonna be cuddled up under that heater.
Oh, yeah. It gets so cold in the studio. I don't know why it's like on icebox in here. I'm assuming because of all the equipment, but
yeah, definitely.
I don't like it.
So, Florida, that's why it gets hot. Should I ask him a question?
I'm thinking.
You're thinking?
I'm thinking.
What?
So, when Dame used to cap on everybody back in the day, like, were you able to stand your ground with Dame, or was he super capping on you? Because he be getting me.
No, Dame.
So.
ain't nobody wanted with Dame. He was the ringleader. Ain't nobody wanted with Young Fresh to death. That's a fact.
Snapping definitely was a big part of we like to snap. But when you have a bunch of cats together, everybody cuts, snap.
Got jokes.
I just was kind of funny. I like to push people. I like to stun on them. You stay there. I like to stun on so they can stunt back. So every time Freeway says something fly, or I'm checking his jewelry out, nigga had a fucking diamond in his beard the other day. Like that, that's he flossing. And I like that shit. So I want to push people to just do the things cool, to do it with their own point of view.
Exactly.
It's just about a roadmap to do things different. I want to push people to show all verticals of their creativity, down to the jewelry.
Yep.
So it's going to be important, the visuals we bring with this and our show, all of that shit. You know what I mean? And also, that's why I wanted you painting. So what are you about to paint, El Boogie?
I'm about to paint a piece.
Yeah, I know you're going to.
You will see.
Cool. Hey, Nicolette, can you come here for a second?
El Boogie with the hoodie.
El Boogie's my little man's. But you got your own little project, whatever. But, you're always there to fill in a little gap for me if I need a harmony or something like that. What was it like when Freeway asked you to be a part of this record by going, explain that.
Oh, man. I'm extremely honored because that's like a part of history. So I'm like right in the middle. I'm in the mix with greatness.
Well, so what were you doing a lot? Because that was a sample. What were you saying? Let me see your part on the record.
Even what we did is wrong. And then that over and over. You know what we did is wrong.
We still hustle till the sun come up. Rather 40 when the sun go down. Rather cold winter. Y'all niggas better bundle up. And I better be a hotter summer girl.
What we did was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it like, again, you're around me a lot, but getting to kick it with someone that, is a part of my history?
Yeah. And a talented part of your history. So, obviously I rap, I rhyme, and being around someone that is really doing that and is really good at it, I'm like, ooh, yes, I get to be around that. That's amazing. Like, he just starts rhyming at any moment. Just random.
I've been like that since I was little.
Like you could tell he really loved it. Pause. Like it's an art.
Yeah.
And what about just seeing, the work?
Oh, I'm not surprised. I know how the Black Guns get down. So, making 5 records the first night, another 5 the next.
First record in 15 seconds.
Right, for 15 seconds. Exactly. Like, I'm just not surprised.
People like, how did y'all even do that in 15 seconds?
It's just...
Remember I told you, Free, I said, yo, we'll get records in a second. Yeah. Catch a vibe.
For sure.
It's cool because we got all, we got our minds right. Got good food. Got busy. If there's a question you could ask Freeway, what would it be?
Let me see.
She hit me with that.
What keeps you going every day, doing what you do and still rhyming and trying to perfect your craft?
But also you see him doing the business too. He got a crew around him. He's on it.
Yeah. Yo, and the OSG.
And the OSG. So he's making time to his career, to make some bread, stay fresh, and go help and do new things. Only a boss could say, I can make time to not do anything but a creative project on a certain date. And we planned it out. It wasn't like tomorrow we all had shit to do because we all fighting different wars or different battles. But we found a period of time that we were like, this is when we're going to focus, and we really did that shit.
Yeah, we made it happen. As far as your question, it's the passion. Like, I still got a lot of passion for this. Like, this is what I wanted to do. Everything else is just a bonus. Like all the other businesses that I run and things that I got going on, it's just a bonus. But when I was little, like when they asked you what you want to do in school, it was 2 things I wanted to be. I wanted to be a rap star and an airline pilot. And now I'm a rap star. I fly just as much as an airline pilot.
Okay.
So it's like I killed 2 birds with 1 stone,
Oh, yeah, I love that.
For sure.
That's dope. I commend how you manage your time and everything.
I want to ask him a business question.
How do you manage your time, like with all your...
No, but you got to remember, he's independent. So he went from a major to doing it on his own. So how?
Well, when we first came in the game on Rocafella, we were spoiled.
True.
Like, we had chauffeurs pick me up from my house, take me to my destination. After we did what we did, the chauffeurs would take us back home, private jets, first class flights. We were spoiled. So when Iraq broke up and all those things was taken away from us, I went back to what got me there in the first place.
By the way, if I was still running it wouldn't have got taken away. Just so you know. But go ahead. That was a jab.
I just went back. I went back to what got me there in the first place, and that's hard work. I had to do it. I still wanted this, so I had to go for it. You know, I had to learn things that I didn't know. You know, I had to put myself in a position where I could make money to take care of myself and take care of my family, and it all came from hard work and dedication.
Let me ask you a question. Now that you're independent, do you feel that you live a better life? Because I don't remember you having a Maybach back when you...
Yeah, no, most definitely. I had a Charger.
So what is the difference between the hard work and being a boss than someone pacifying you the luxury life temporarily but having to drive a Charger?
Yeah, I mean...
What's the difference?
The difference is, you know, putting my destiny into my own hands and controlling my own career, controlling my music, ownership. I own everything. You know, it's a big difference than somebody just handing you something. It even feels better because you know you work for this. You know, can't nobody take this from you. You actually earned this.
And you got more bread.
Yeah, way more bread.
More jewelry.
Way more jewelry.
Better cars.
Way better cars.
And you get to pick and choose what you do.
Definitely.
All it took was, and you know, see, that's the thing about him and I that's similar, besides having a certain degree of pain, is that we know what it's like to have everything that everybody wants and to actually do it on our own. Yeah. It's better this way. I couldn't live this life when I was running Rocafella because I had to do what everyone else's agendas were. I couldn't do what I wanted to do the way I would like. Let me ask you this: what's it been like? Because remember, I didn't get in the creative process. Y'all made all your records without me. I was just creative about marketing and promoting them, and you know, making them a big deal. But I'm actually on a mic with you. I'm actually involved in the music.
You know what? You know, I be telling people this a lot. I know it might sound crazy, but I feel like I'm a behavior analyst because I deal with people. Like, it's my job to deal with people. And I feel like just being around you a couple days, I feel like the reason why you're more happy and like the way you handle things, like how you did at the airport, I feel like that's because you feel free. And like just seeing you be able to create, I can tell you love this shit. I can tell you happy, you in a good space. You know, and that's beautiful, man. Like, if you care about somebody, that's all you want for them is to see them doing good, see them in a good space, see them loving life.
Yeah. It doesn't bug you out with me on the mic?
It's dope, man.
Man, I'm singing sometimes.
Yeah, and you stamp me, I'm about to stamp you. Pause. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm about to stamp you. Niggas just gonna listen to this shit. They go like, yo, what's going on?
So my artist game is decent?
Yeah, it's dope.
And that's important to me.
And like, you know, when we was creating, it was times that I came up with something and then we went off. Then it was times that you came up with hooks and ideas and then we went off of that and created some dope stuff. So it was dope. You should have been, you know what I mean? You should have been getting in on this side.
You know, I was insecure about it, to be honest. Like, I didn't know if I was really, creatively, I really wasn't that secure about it.
Yeah, you've been around it for so long.
After a while, it's just like, fuck it. My girl kind of got me to embrace that.
That's what's up.
I think just for everybody, when you find what you love and you do it, you could create that wealthy life that no one even knows you're wealthy. And you enjoy that.
For sure.
You know, the problem is wanting everyone to know you're wealthy. You know what I mean? But the people that are really wealthy are, like I told you, the people I know that have the most, they really are kind of like, they don't want people to know they got bread. Yeah. Because they don't want nobody to fuck with the life.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, let's leave this on a dream. Free. The next 6 months, what do you visualize?
Man, I visualize more success, man. I visualize...
Specific. Now, we got a number we need to make.
Yeah, I visualize us coming together. I visualize us.
It's a multi-million-dollar dream for 6 months.
Yeah, I think we could surpass the number that we got.
And that's
we got in mind.
As I said, we get there, we happy.
Yeah.
But we get over there, I think but at least so we didn't waste no time.
Yeah.
Like, again, like, for me, because we had so much fun. If we can make millions off fun, that's the fucking secret.
Definitely. Then we do it. Then we repeat. Do it over and over.
But we already have a plan to meet up in Wyoming.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and again, because and we started here. This is the demo.
Yep.
But our demo is luxury. So imagine if we make $1 from just hanging out. Because this to me, I'll do this for free.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't for money.
Exactly. Like, you know, I'm having fun.
This is just for fun, to say we did it, document it. They'll catch it later, you know, but we'll have it. And an experience. But if we can monetize some shit that we would do for free, then that's the trick. And I want everybody to learn that if you are unapologetic about what you love and you focus on it and confidently visualize the best version of it, it can happen.
Definitely.
So for me, I visualize us going into colleges. That's our promo tour, Freeway.
Yep.
Then we go do...
And that's something different that's never been done before.
Exactly.
Like, we're pushing the envelope.
Then we go do the garden and every version of that. And then we go do stadiums.
Yep.
And we create a whole new algorithm and way to actually make people happy and dance and rock out and educate them at the same time. And that the bigger venues we go to, the more schools are going, the more people we're helping. And that's good money.
Great money.
And that becomes our lifestyle. If you could just make money off of hanging out with your boys and the people you want to be around and making good music and eating good food and then taking that party on the road and showing other people how to do it,
it could be amazing,
that's
man.
Good money.
Yeah, definitely. I look forward to it.
Like you know, when every person that you put me on a FaceTime with, it's been genuine happiness between both of us.
Yep, definitely. That's important, you know.
When brothers reunite and reconnect, more evolved and better, it ain't over. So Petey could be a billionaire. Beanie could be a billionaire.
Yep.
Young Chris could be a billionaire. Oskino could be a billionaire.
Yep.
And we still in shape. We still look good.
Yeah. We got it, man. We just got to, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
And, you know, I trust you're the guy right now. So any business that anyone wants to do from Rocafella, if you co-sign it, I'll do it.
For sure. Let's get it.
And that's big.
That means a lot to me too, you know. So we gonna, you know, I'm gonna carry it right, like, you know.
I mean, you know, Rocafella's not dead.
How could it be? And we right here.
Not the real Rocafella. You know, I just had to take a break.
Yeah.
But let's go.
Let's
All
get
right,
it.
so I think we wrap it on that. And what's your dream? Let me see your dream, Nicolette.
My dream? To have put out all the projects I started in my movie that you directed.
And performing in front of big crowds.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
By a nice big ass, you already got a Benz, but a nicer car. Big house. You know, you gotta visualize it. You have everything.
Yes.
You under greatness right now, so you know.
They ride out with me though. They keep up. I respect the loyalty. You know, women are everything. Especially the beautiful souls.
Yeah, definitely.
A beautiful soul makes your face look so pretty. Let's end it on that.
Take us home with that motherfucker. I need to know. Somebody
100,000 with me. Quite a good.
Go!
That man don't got no money. Guns, so nobody take that money.
So would anyone else like to question my leadership?
I ain't got time to kick it. I got kids to feed.
That's what happens when you come in my castle. I'm the Prince of Detroit.